Welcome back, guys. This is going to be the second part of lesson 2. So in the first part of this lesson, you took 15 minutes and you should have chosen an independent research reading text from EPIC. And we also talked about what that looked like. So that was what you did in the first part. So you did our learning target. I can select a research reading book that I want to read. And just take a second and think about how you're feeling about that after you had 15 minutes to go ahead and go to EPIC and explore and find something you liked. In your mind, do a thumbs up if you feel great. If you're almost there, it's that I'm kind of on the fence, that kind of in the middle. If you don't know, if you don't feel comfortable at all, or you have any questions and you're imagining that thumbs down, I want you to reach out during our virtual office hours this afternoon between 3:15 and 4. I want to be able to help you and make sure you guys are comfortable with a research reading book. So that's what I want you to think about for a second. So pause this video, just take a second and think. So now we're going to be focusing on our second learning target, which is I can use complete sentences to tell why I chose my book in a digital class discussion. So we are doing a digital class discussion. So we're going to be having a discussion on Canvas. That will be your assignment for today. You will not be able to participate in that discussion if you did not choose a research reading book. So before we go and do our discussion on Canvas, I want to talk about some discussion norms. If you were in class last week, you heard me talk about these on Friday. We talked about discussion norms on Friday. So I want to go back over those today. So the first discussion norm is I prepare for the discussion. So that would mean for today, you chose an independent research reading text from EPIC and you read it, or the first few pages. So that way you have that book, you are prepared because you have to tell why you chose that book. The next norm is that I carefully read the responses from my classmates. Carefully read the responses from my classmates. So that means you need to read them very carefully so that way you don't miss anything that a classmate said. So when you respond to that classmate, you can have a good, meaningful discussion about why they chose their book. And the same will happen with your classmates when they talk about why they chose your book. Or talk about why you chose your book. I ask questions to better understand what people are saying. So if you are not clear on something that somebody said in their discussion or somebody else said in response to what the original post was, ask a question. Ask them to explain a little bit more. Ask them a specific question if you're confused. Always ask those questions because we want to make sure that we're understanding before we go deeper into our discussions. I stay on topic. So our topic for today for our discussion is going to be independent reading research books. So that means that's all that I should see in that discussion forum, in our discussion chats, is our research reading texts. I know that we've got some interests. We like sports, some Panthers football. I know some of us like Fortnite, Roblox, but our discussion today is not about that. So I should only see research reading texts. That's all I should see you guys talking about in there today. I link my idea to those of others. So make a connection. Make a connection to somebody else's post. That means if they share something, whatever you're sharing, it relates to what they said. So make sure that what you're posting on somebody else's discussion post relates to what they posted. Make sure your idea links to theirs. Part of our learning target is that I write in complete sentences. This is also a discussion norm. Remember that a complete sentence is a complete thought. So, and it always starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. So make sure that you are writing incomplete sentences, writing a complete thought with a capital letter at the beginning and in appropriate places, and that your sentence ends with a punctuation mark. If you're asking a question, your complete sentence should end with a question mark. If you're making a statement, your complete sentence should end with a period. The next one is I assume positive intent. We're gonna assume that everybody is being super positive. Everybody is coming from a good place. We all need to come from a good place and be respectful while we're having these discussion norms. Remember, that was our vocab for today and how we're going to work to become ethical people. We're going to show each other respect in the chat and respect all ideas, respect all posts. We're going to be very respectful of our classmates. So let's talk about class discussion. So we have fishbowl discussions. So a fishbowl discussion will work like this. In the center of our fishbowl, you're discussing or speaking with others about the question. So we're talking today about research reading texts. So you're going to be in there, you're going to be discussing or speaking with others about the question. So you're going to talk about that. On the outside of our fishbowl, you're observing, so that means you're looking, you're listening, and you're noticing things that go well and things that don't. So you are doing both of these things. So we're going to make sure that we discuss and speak with others about our topic today. And then once we finish posting, go back and look and make sure you're listening or really reading and noticing things. Because I'll ask you guys, what do you think went well with our first discussion on Canvas? What do you think that we can improve on for something that didn't quite go as well as it could have? So those are things too that are important to remember as we do our class discussion and we do a fishbowl style discussion. So what I want you to do before you post in the class discussion, I want you to silently take a minute, take a couple minutes, think, and take notes about why you chose that research reading book you did. Remember, your notes are going to be short keywords or key phrases that are going to help you remember about why you chose your research reading book. So those do not need to be complete sentences, but in your discussion, you will be doing complete sentences. So take a few minutes, think, and take notes about why you chose that before you post your thoughts on the discussion. Put your thoughts down on paper first, so that way it can help you organize your thoughts and you can figure out how you want to post your discussion post. Okay? This is what your assignment will be. Okay? So this is the discussion you guys will have today. Why your topic will be, why did you choose your research reading book? So what you're going to do is you're going to answer the question on the discussion board by clicking reply at the bottom left. So that will be right down there. It's underneath this, but it'll say reply down in the bottom left. Afterwards, I want you to click the same reply button underneath another response to respond to at least one classmate. You can respond to more than one classmate if you would like to. That is absolutely okay. But you have to respond to at least one of your classmates. Make sure that you remember to use complete sentences, and feel free to use these sentence starters if you can't think of how to start your sentence, okay? I chose my book because is one sentence starter you can feel free to use. Another sentence starter you can use is in the book, there's a picture of blank. That's why I think the book is blank. So you've got two really good sentence starters there to help get you started, okay? And again, make sure you follow our discussion norms, which are linked in this post on Canvas. You can click right here and it will pop that open and you can see them if you do forget. But remember to follow the discussion norms whenever you post or respond in our digital Canvas discussions. With that, you guys did great today. I want you to have a great discussion. I am looking forward to reading all of your wonderful posts and seeing what books you chose and why you chose them. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.